network of WCFA 101.5 FM, the radio station of the Center for Community Arts, Cape May, New Jersey, and at capemayradio.org. Today we're spotlighting a new local institution, the Harriet Tubman Museum on Lafayette Street near Franklin. And I have two associates of the museum here, Pamela Whitman, and we have Dr. Jay Fluellen from Philadelphia. And Pamela, what's your association with the museum?
Well, I am the president of Compassionate Heart Productions, and we're a nonprofit organization. We're an arts organization, and we present music that the purpose is to bring together artists of different cultures to promote peace through intercultural understanding. And we are putting on a unity concert to raise money for the museum.
Wonderful. And that's the official name, the Unity Concert?
Yes.
And what, could you give me the date?
Sure. It's going to be on June 18th at 7:30 at the Ocean City Music Pier.
Sounds great. And Dr. Fluellen, what is your association here?
Well, so I'll be helping coordinate the musicians on the concert and being able to accompany the wonderful Pamela Whitman, who is a wonderful flautist. We have this really great roster of musicians, including Carrie Lacine on mezzo-soprano, Paul Spencer Adkins, tenor, Scott Briner on piano, Antonio Arosemena on bassoon, and I'll be doing some arranging and some playing as well.
And tell me about the music you're putting together. You were just telling me a little bit earlier about making some new arrangements for the instruments you have.
Yes, I was really captivated by, wanting to write for this particularly unique ensemble. And so I'll be arranging some music by African-American composers, including Lift Every Voice and Sing. I'll be arranging that for bassoon and the musicians. And then I'm also going to be doing some other arrangements of spirituals that'll feature all the musicians. Each of the musicians will also get their own feature at different parts of the concert. So some concerts will have everyone, and then there'll be some different segments where it'll just be piano and voice, or piano and flute, and things like that.
How about a little bit about yourself? You're teaching in Philadelphia?
Yes, I'm a high school music teacher at Northeast High School. I'm also a church musician at the African Episcopal Church of St. Thomas, and I've played there for 25 years with my co-music minister, Walter Blocker. He's actually been at the church for 31 years. So between the two of us, we've got a lot of great time there. It's a wonderful church headed by our rector, Father Martini Shaw. It's been a really great place. I direct the choir. I play pipe organ as well as keyboards. And that's kind of what I do on the weekends. And then during the week, like I said, I teach at Northeast High School, where I assist with the orchestra program and the choir program. I teach music technology and piano. So I stay busy.
You stay busy, it sounds right. Pamela, tell us a little bit about the Harriet Tubman. What does this music have to do with the Harriet Tubman Museum?
Well, we're going to be featuring the music of African-American artists and African-American composers. So we're really excited to do that during the Juneteenth holiday. Well, actually the weekend of the Juneteenth holiday. And so that's a really wonderful opportunity to promote these composers.
Just explain to people who may not know what Juneteenth is.
I'd like Dr. J to take that question.
Okay.
Sure. So the Juneteenth holiday is referencing an event that happened in 1865, where there was a group of slaves who did not realize that they were free from the Emancipation Proclamation. And so we celebrate this day as a way of really honoring the end of slavery and the end of the Civil War, and just celebrating freedom within the context of the United States, particularly with the ending of the institution of slavery. Yeah, I've heard great things about the museum. I haven't had a chance to go down yet, but I've really heard some wonderful things. I'm looking forward to being able to do the concert, but then also being able to go and support in other ways as well.
I want to mention how grateful we are. We couldn't work together as musicians to put on this concert to raise money for the Harriet Tubman Museum without the support of the people who are funding this concert. And so we want to say thank you. The funding has been made possible in part by the New Jersey Council on the Arts, Department of State, the National Endowment for the Arts, the Cape May County Board of County Commissioners through the Division of Culture and Heritage, and sponsors for the project also include the Grassroots Music Store in Ocean City and individual donors. So they're making it possible for us to come together as musicians, Caucasian and African American musicians, playing together, working together, celebrating the music of African American composers so that we can do that in concert with our audiences to raise money for the Harriet Tubman Museum. And we think that's a wonderful way to expand upon the Juneteenth holiday.
It sounds wonderful. It sounds like a wonderful event for a wonderful cause. It sounds like a bunch of talented people are going to be putting on this concert.
There's something else that I'd like to add. Another part of the project is a youth songwriting contest, and that has just launched. Yes, part of this is that we are inviting young songwriters from Cape May and Cumberland counties from grades 6 to 12 to write a song, an original song based on unity. And they're going to submit videos of their song, and the winning songwriter will be awarded a $500 gift certificate to Grassroots Music in Ocean City. And we're really excited about that. Grassroots offers lessons, and they have a recording studio there and music equipment and musical instruments. So this is a great opportunity for the young songwriters in our county to express this feeling of unity. And that's already underway. And all the information is on the CompassionateHeartProductions.org website. There is a page about the songwriting contest and how the teens can submit their original works.
Compassionate Heart Productions, One Heart, Two Productions.org.
Yes, all the information is right there. And they have to submit their new song by May 6th. So get composing. And also the winning video will be part of our concert, and it will be projected on the screens at the Music Pier.
Fun.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to have an all ages party here, I think.
That's right.
So
we're all getting involved in this.
That's great. So is there anything that Dr. J you want to say?
In addition to some of my original music, we'll be featuring the music of Florence Price, Scott Joplin, Clayton White, among many others. So we're happy to be able to feature these African-American composers.
Wow, okay, I thank you. And we also have as our guest today, Cynthia Mullock, the founding executive director of the Harriet Tubman Museum. Welcome, Cindy. Is it okay if I call you Cindy?
Of course. Hi, Barbara. Nice to meet you.
Tell us a little about yourself.
Yes, I'm a lawyer. I've been a lawyer in New York and New Jersey since 2004, and I've been mainly in corporate practice and also supporting nonprofits. I am a board member of Volunteers of Legal Service and have been since 2015 active there in development. And then I work a lot with startup organizations, both in the for-profit and nonprofit space. So scaling those organizations and all of the project management that goes behind that. And so some of that has been very helpful in creating the Harriet Tubman Museum.
Tell us a little about the museum.
The Harriet Tubman Museum, I'm our founding executive director there. We started operationally last year on Juneteenth. Mm-hmm. So this Juneteenth that we're celebrating along with Compassionate Heart Productions and Dr. J. Llewellyn, this will be our 1-year anniversary of being operational. So yes, so very exciting, amazing timing. The museum is an incredible community project. It started out as a restoration and preservation project of the Howell House. Howell House is the home of the Harriet Tubman Museum, and it was the former parsonage of the Macedonia Baptist Church next door.
It's called Hull House, H-U-L-L?
Howell House.
Oh, Howell, H-O-W-E-L-L.
Mm-hmm. Named for George Howell and the Howell family, who gifted the house to the Macedonia Baptist Church, a Quaker family.
A Quaker family.
Yes, so this theme of unity for this concert runs through the very heart of the founding of the museum and the gift of the Howell House to begin with, from a Quaker family to the Macedonian Baptist Church. Macedonian Baptist Church is a predominantly African American church with an interracial congregation. Many of the trustees and deacons of the church also serve on the board of the Harriet Tubman Museum and have been very influential in the development of the exhibits and the interpretation and in the evolving history of the neighborhood where the Tubman Museum sits.
And the church has been there since slave times, or what?
The Howell House was gifted in 1909, I believe.
Okay, later.
Later, yes, later. And the church as well came along, wouldn't have necessarily been there in the 1850s.
Okay.
This is when the document that Harriet Tubman was indeed in Cape May.
But the community was there, but the church wasn't there yet. Yeah.
Yes, but many of the historic institutions on that street that are celebrated in the Harriet Tubman Museum and that you can walk around and see, many of them were there at the time. And so the Stephen Smith House, for instance, that is right across the street from the Harriet Tubman Museum, that was built in 1846. We can document that Harriet Tubman was here in the early 1850s. She was certainly here in Cape May in 1852, but likely other summers around that period as well.
Wow. I invite everybody to go down and see the museum. What are your hours? It's like a weekend, more of a weekend.
Currently, we're in the off season in Cape May. And Cape May, as you know, depends heavily on our tourism. A lot of things in Cape May in the off season, you tend to see the blinking lights of the traffic lights, and
That's right.
We don't have the same hours during the winter that we do in the summer. So our summer hours around Juneteenth, when the concert will be, are going to be 5 days a week, Wednesday through Sunday, and we typically run 11 to 5 p.m. Sundays we have shorter hours because we share space with the church, of course.
Oh yeah, okay.
Or the Macedonia Baptist Church, everybody should visit them in the morning and then come.
That's right. Exactly.
In the afternoon.
Great.
But right now, for the week of Juneteenth, we're running our off-season schedule, which is Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And you can always check our website to get the latest hours.
Okay. And your website is harriettubmanmuseum.org. And tell us about this benefit concert.
We're so thrilled that Compassionate Heart Productions put this together with Dr. Jay Fluellen and so many talented musicians. They'll be playing songs that have been composed by African American composers, Scott Joplin among them. It's just a really incredible program, and we feel very grateful and humbled that it is being run as a fundraiser for the museum. And again, the themes of unity in this concert are very consonant with the themes that you'll see when you visit the Harriet Tubman Museum.
Great. And that would be June 18th. It's a Saturday?
Yes, we actually have a 4-day weekend this year for Juneteenth. As you know, President Biden signed into law last year.
That's right.
Juneteenth.
It's now a national holiday.
Independence Day, which this year falls on a Sunday. So it is recognized on Monday. So there we get the 3-day. In New Jersey, Governor Murphy actually signed into law before it became a federal holiday that the third Friday of June is recognized as the state Juneteenth Independence Day. So the Friday is a holiday as well in the state of New Jersey.
So that makes it a 4-day weekend.
There you go.
Okay. Okay, we look forward to that. I hope to see you there. And that's at the Ocean City Music Pier, correct? And there's also a website about that too. I think will that be a link on your harriettubmanmuseum.org?
We'll link to that as well. Absolutely.
Okay.
You can visit our Facebook as well. We'll have information posted there. That's Harriet Tubman Museum on Facebook as well.
Well, I thank you for talking with us today.
Thanks so much.